Yes, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship here at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix. My name is Miran FG in the commentary booth today, and yes, now it is Formula 1's turn to take to Mexico City, and we're expecting quite an interesting race. Got 20 minutes of qualifying ahead of us with 29 laps of the race. And this could be a pretty spicy one as the championship battle reaches boiling point, as we've got Jesper Johansson, Alfred Klaus and Dennis Graf all in the hunt to take the championship. And theoretically Alfred Klaus could actually take the championship crown here today, but we'll go into that a bit later. But before we get stuck in with qualifying, then let's go through the track. So the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, named after the racing drivers Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez. Obviously this circuit was first opened in 1959, and it got the name Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez after Ricardo Rodriguez, who unfortunately passed away after a crash in practice for the 1962 Mexican Grand Prix. And his brother Pedro was also tragically lost his life 9 years later after that accident. This circuit has first began hosting Formula 1 in 1962. First as a non-championship round, then it became a championship round. And it held that status until 1970 when they pulled out due to overcrowding issues. Then kind of just got abandoned like that. IndyCar came here, it was called Kart, and then some other small series as well. But the circuit wasn't touched until 2012, where the circuit was renovated. Or no, 2015 actually was. 2012 was when Formula 1 wanted to get back racing in Mexico, and 2015 saw a complete renovation of the circuit, and 2015 was the year where Formula 1 returned, and now a lot of different series come here. Obviously Formula 1, as I just did mention, Formula E come here, and then we have the W series as well, and that's about it, honestly. It's mostly Formula series and stuff like that, but some other series used to race here as well. World Endurance Championship at the 6 Hours of Mexico from 2016 to 2017. The World Sports Car Championship. Then, kart / Champ Car, which is IndyCar. NASCAR and the Porsche Super Cup. And the Race of Champions was also at this circuit. So, a lot of former racing series used to race here. But it is a pretty interesting circuit, and let's go through it now. So it is 4.304 kilometers in track length, so quite short, and a 17 turns and a lap record of 117.7. But I think we're gonna see slower times, and I think we're gonna be the 120s today, somewhere around that maybe. But yeah, let's go to qualifying then, as it's Miran Evji, the Swede, who is on provisional pole at the moment from Dennis Graf teammate in P2, followed by Alfred Klaus in P3. As we have someone in the chat, how is this made? I thought you couldn't do offline while not racing on AC. Well, with a blend of some mods we have here, you can actually achieve offline racing on Assetto Corsa. We could go into some mods. Obviously, there's stuff like the auto start system, which we use for clearing the car. Obviously, there has to be a car manually. On AC, there is no official spectator mode, so we have a car, and when the lights go out, it gets automatically forced into the pits. And we have ACTV there on the left, which brings you the timing board, as Lewis McIntyre goes P9. But yeah, this brings you the timing board, and we can interact with it, and that shows you the lap times and a lot of different nice things that really make the experience much easier. And then a few other mods on top of that as well. So it's not really that complicated, as Jesper Johansson takes pole from Miran Evji. As yeah, that is all the 20 times on the board. So it is Jesper Johansson, the super Swede, who's on provisional pole. He's the first man to get into the 121s, a 121.867 for Johansson in the Mercedes, with Miran Evji in P2. Dennis Graf is P3 with Franco Gamba, a very surprising P4 for Franco Gamba. That is him ahead of Alfred Klaus in P5. So that is your top 5 at the moment. And I think find the odd one out in the top 5, as Linus Timell goes P10. Some other notable drivers would be Ruslan Protic in P7. Lewis McIntyre is P11, just out of Kai Cherezhnia there in P12. Victor Albom struggling a bit as well. He's down in P16. Usually you see Albom a bit closer to the points, but 40 minutes remaining in qualifying. Here's Alex Arnold. He's still mathematically in the championship fight, but I don't know, that would crave a miracle for Arnold to be world champion. But I don't think it's going to happen, as Victor Albom does improve, and he goes P10. So we did see an improvement for the Danish driver. But let's go through the championship while we're at it, actually. So if I could just find it right here. Yeah. So Alfred Klaus, he took the victory at Portugal. He is now on 193.5 points, with Dennis Graf on 192 points. So the top two are separated by 1.5 points, which is crazy. And then it's Jesper Johansson in P3 on 182.5 points. So those are the top 3 at the moment who are realistically in the championship fight. Then we have Miran Evji in P4 on 167 points. And then it is Alexander Arnold with 149 points. So that is the top 5 in the championship standings at the moment. Mohamed Patel just lies shy of P5 with 131 points. But yeah, it is pretty interesting, if I would say so myself. Alfred Klaus. Here are the championship criteria for Alfred Klaus. Let's go through them now. So, if Alfred Klaus wins today, if he gets P1 and Graf does not score points today, or if he gets P10 or lower and Johansson gets P5 or lower, then Alfred Klaus is world champion today. Those are pretty harsh criterias for Alfred Klaus, considering that he's P5 at the moment. Jesper Johansson's on pole, and Dennis Goff is P3. So Klaus has to hope for a miracle today. I can't find mods for AC on Steam. That's because AC doesn't have a Steam workshop. You have to go to the race department and download them through there. Make sure you also have AC Content Manager installed while you're at it. You can find that on acstuff.ru. So just download it from there, and you should be all set up to download some mods. But this is not AC coaching. This is the AC Offline Championship, and we're going to focus on the racing here. As I think Ennis Parachi's had an improvement. He's up into P10, or was that Linus Timell, actually? I think it was Timell, yeah. Linus Timell went up to P9, and Ennis Parachi is P10, his teammates. But the two McLarens doing quite well, P9 and P10. Though we've got 11 minutes remaining in qualifying, obviously, so there is still quite a bit to go. As Josef Fredrik Suto improves up into P19. Alexander Arnold is going to try to clear Josef Fredrik Suto as the two go wheel to wheel into turn 1. Arnold's going to try to get Suto here, though, as they go into turn 2. Side by side now onto the run down to turn 4. As I think Arnold's just ahead of the equal power units in these cars, so yeah, heading into turns 4 and 5. Now Arnold on the outside there. Now on the inside line. It's actually, wait, he's up on his time by 4/10. What on earth? He's up on the pole time even. That could be a great lap for Alex Arnold. Hold on, let's stay with this actually. I want to see this lap. As Arnold heads through turns 7, 8, and 9. These are the S's. Fast corners. Let's see this from Alexander Arnold, though. We're going to see his middle sector time as he just comes out of turn 11 there. Yeah. This is definitely pole for Arnold. He is on incredible pace at the moment. As he heads through turn 13. This is the stadium section. Now turns 14 and 15. That's like King counts at turn 15. Turn 16. Now on to the final corner. Turn 17. He's coming. What? Hey, he's coming into the pits. Why? That could have been ACAI, ladies and gentlemen. That was the most anticlimactic moment in ACOC history. I think that actually was. Oh my god. I can't believe it. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at that. That is so painfully anticlimactic. Oh, Jesus. As look at that! Ruslan Procik's P4. What on earth? What is going on? Ruslan Procik is in P4 for Haas. As the man from Russia in 4th place. That's P5 as Tomas Mandic takes the P4. Something really strange is going on today. As Mandic is P4, Albon goes P9 there. But Tomas Mandic take a bow. P4. As Mama Patel goes P6, just ahead of Franco Gamba. Alfred Klaus is down in P8. What on earth has happened to Alfred Klaus, may I wonder? As he's 8th place at the moment, Alfred, and that is really going to hurt his championship standings. I think, would it be Jesper Johansson who would take the championship lead if the race finished like this? No, let's not debate that now. Let's save that for the end of the race. As we can see, Klaus's middle sector then, as they're just up ahead, is who's that? Is that Kai Turgeon? I think that might be. As Klaus makes his way around the stadium section now. Milka Singh improves up to P13, but let's stay on board with Mr. Klaus as he goes through turns 16 and 17. Not pitting. We're going to see what it is for Klaus. It's no improvement for Alfred Klaus. As Jesper Johansson is in the pits now, so is Ruslan Procik. And then Rail Patel, rest is out, pounding around the track as Thomas Manders crossed the line there, no improvement. And obviously, I mean, that was a stunning lap time from Thomas Mandich as we have 2 improvements. Lewis McIntyre is P12 as Kain Cherezhnia stays P14. I think he is struggling a bit in P14. Obviously, Cherezhnia has never raced at this track. Not in Formula 2, not in Formula E. So, yeah, he is quite unexperienced at the moment as Miran Evji takes pole from Jesper Johansson. And the man with the most race wins is on provisional pole with 7 minutes remaining. So that is a pretty big improvement. Obviously, Jesper Johansson would want to have that provisional pole, or he would want to have the pole, considering that he is in the championship fight, and FG kind of isn't. But let's see who will take the first pole here at Mexico City. As here's Alex Arnold, and he goes P4, so good stuff from Alexander Arnold. That is the German who spearheads his way up onto the second row. As Alfred Klaus improves, he goes P5, at least bringing himself somewhat closer to his championship rivals, but not ahead of them. Obviously, Klaus still has a few laps to put in, so we'll see if he's able to improve. Here is the Swedish driver who's not, the only Swedish driver who's not in a top performing car, Linus Timell from Sweden, as he goes around in his papaya colored McLaren. Timell has never raced at the circuit before, so this is the first for him as well. Why do I say that? No one's raced at this circuit. Linus Timell, though, has obviously had a pretty good Formula 2 career. He's proven himself to be very consistent in those Formula 2 cars. He was a good championship contender for Thomas Mandich, I have to say, and then just kind of bottled it at the last race at Abu Dhabi, to say the least, as he gets knocked down to P12. He gets P11 again, as Wojtek Kulasek was able to get into the points. He's down to P12 again, as his teammate, Endis Parachki, goes P11. As Alex Arnold goes past Dennis Graf for P3, so that is Alexander Arnold up into 3rd place. So Graf gets knocked down to P4. It's Jesper Johansson, and he just came out fresh from the pits. He is going to start his lap now. And let's see if the Super Swede, Jesper Johansson, is able to get ahead of Miran Evji for pole position as Rail Patel goes P13. Johansson head through turn 3 and down to the run to turn 4. About a 10th off FG there, so no improvement for Jesper Johansson. It is a very, very close pole time that is at the moment. Very small margin between FG and Johansson at the top. So here's Alex Arnold. We see him heading into turn 12. It's about 2/10 off on that pole time of Miran Evji, so I don't think it is going to be an improvement for the other Mercedes of Alex Arnold. And Linus Timell sets an improvement, but he stays P11. And yep, no improvement for Alexander Arnold, so he stays P3. Here's Ruslan Protsik then in P7. There up ahead is Mohamed Patel, who is P8. They're just behind him, so I must say Ruslan is doing a great job at out-qualifying a Red Bull. Shame that Protsik won't be with us next year, though, once he's announced his retirement from the ACOC, which is a big shame in my opinion. I think we all at the ACOC, yes, Jesper Johansson, look at that, he actually was able to get back that pole from Miran Evji, and by, what is that margin? Is that a 121.2? That is, it's a 121.289. That is over half a second faster than anyone else. My goodness. And that is, wow, that is, I have no words. That is, I mean, you couldn't even describe it with dominance, that lap time. That is Jesper Johansson on pole by 0.6 of a second from Miran FG in P2. Now, I mean, if that doesn't scream impressive, then I do not know what does. I genuinely think no one's gonna be able to beat that lap time. I mean, you might as well just give him the pole now. But yeah, let's see. Maybe the odds will turn as we got about 2 minutes remaining in qualifying. Here's Lamasas Nishka, P11 actually for the Serbian. So he has done pretty well to put it P11. He could be in the points. Maybe he could be in the points scoring positions once again if he manages to get P11. Obviously, you remember Zasnishka is the only Williams driver to have scored points. Suto has not scored any points. Zasnishka, obviously, you think back to what was it, Barcelona. He did some pretty fancy moves around the outside of some people, then got P10 after a long battle with Tomas Mandic, which helped him secure 10th place to get 1 point for Williams. So, and that Williams is not a fast car by any means. I mean, you look at Zasnishka and Suto's performance, especially Josef Verdig Suto. You saw him back in 2017. I mean, he was up there in the midfield, P6, P7 every time. And that was just at the back of the grid. So it is very, very unfortunate for Suto, as he goes down to P12 as Milka Singh goes P11. So good lap from Milka Singh. He could be in for some points as well today, as we got about mid remaining qualifying. Johansson is in the pits. He's satisfied, and I mean, honestly, sorry. I mean, honestly, who wouldn't be satisfied with such a lap time like that? But Johansson has really shown what he's made of today here at Mexico, as Dennis Groff and Alfred Klaus. Alfred Klaus had an improvement. He stays P6, Dennis Groff P5. Let's see if world champion Dennis Groff is looking to become a 2-time world champion, as he's in the battle with Klaus and Johansson, the 2 Swedes. As let's see then, Dennis Groff, as he's gonna cross the line, goes P2, just ahead of his teammate Miran Evji there. Still not close enough. Groff 4/10 off Jesper Johansson. I genuinely think that was the ACOC equivalent of the Ayrton Senna lap of the gods at Donington, because that, I mean, 2/10 off or 4/10 off from Dennis Groff. I was gonna say a swear word that I was gonna add an infix as a swear word there, but I do not swear on stream, or at least I try not to. As the checker flag is now out, so we're waiting for a few cars to cross the line. Then let's see, as I think Alex Arnold's the first car to cross the line. Where is Alexander Arnold? There he is coming into the pits. So no improvement for Alex Arnold. Let's see Alfred Klaus though, as here's Milka Singh for some reason. He just crossed the line. As yeah, let's see Lewis McIntyre, who's just gone ahead of Alfred Klaus. McIntyre goes P15. Klaus crucially cannot improve. And Miran Evji is going to be the last hope for Ferrari to take pole. As we're going to see, as he seems to be stuck behind Wojtek Kulasek. Is that Kulasek? No, that is Tomas Mandic. Let's see then Evji and Mandic as they cross the line. Improvement for Kai Racing as he goes P8. Evji cannot improve, and he stays P3. Mandic goes P5. What a lap for Tomas Mandic. That is him up to P5 as Kai Racing has P8 as well. Gets himself into the points. Waiting for the final car to cross the line. It's not Linus Mel, at least. Who might it be? We don't know, as they didn't improve. But it is Jesper Johansson who is on pole position here at Mexico. So let's go through the starting grid then before the lights out. Then Jesper Johansson with an absolutely perfect lap time. He starts on pole with German Dennis Groff in P2. And on the second row we have Groff's teammate Miran Evji in P3, followed by Alex Arnold in P4. The third row is an unusual one with Tomas Mandic in P5 and then Mohamed Patel in P6. Alfred Klaus starting a lowly P7 with Kai Cherezhnia in P8. Then it's Ruslan Protsik in P9 with Franco Gamba in P10. Just outside the points is Wojtek Kulasek in P11 as Milka Singh is P12. Followed by Laban Sosnishka in P13, who's out-qualified both McLarens. Linus Timel and Enes Parachki P14 and P15. As Rail Patel is P16. Lewis McIntyre, the other British driver, in P17. Victor Albom is P18, and the final 2 cars on the grid are Josef Erik Suto and Balint Jolga. So let's get underway with the race then, shall we? Jesper Johansson on pole with Dennis Groff in P2. Let's see who's going to take the lead as we've got 6 lights. And we are racing at Mexico. So with everyone getting off the line, then has Groff already got alongside Jesper Johansson then for the start. Let's see, as I think Johansson has gone at least quite a good start. Is Groff going to try it? As, yeah, they are side by side. As Groff's got the better start. Johansson's going to have to defend from Dennis Groff on the outside. As Groff breaks later, but I think Johansson's just able to hold off Dennis Groff. As Miran Evji is trying to hold off Alex Arnold there. As the two Mercedes and the Ferraris duel here in the Mexican capital. There's Groff on the inside of Jesper Johansson. Johansson having to defend off the outside line. I think he's got it though. Can Groff hang on? No, he can't. Then Jesper Johansson, beautiful defense from the Super Swede. I expect no less from him. As there's Tomas Mandic who gets Mohamed Patel. He's actually holding off Mohamed Patel. He's doing very well, Mandic. As there goes, trying to hold off Patel on the outside. As Alfred Klaus is trying to get his teammate. Meanwhile, Kai Cherezhny has fallen down. He's fallen out of the points, Cherezhny. He's dealing with Wojtek Kulasek there for P11. Gets back into the points. As Kulasek, as he gets Kulasek for a while, but Wojtek is not looking to... he's not playing around as he wants to get that points position for Renault. As Cherezhny tries to hold off on the outside and head through the stadium section. Has Kulasek, is he still able to make the move? I think he is. Yes, look at that, side by side. Through the final corner, has Kulasek got the better exit on Kai Cherezhny as they head onto lap 2 out of 29. As Osnishkai duels with Rail Patel, there's Kulasek, Wojtek Kulasek on the inside of Kai Cherezhny. Cherezhny really going through a trial by fire, really proving his battling skills at the moment. As there's Cherezhny on the inside of Wojtek Kulasek, side by side with the Czech driver. As a crash at the back. Who is that? As I think it's Lewis McIntyre's involved as well. Ennis Parachi, Josef Erik Suta. Yeah, that's Lewis McIntyre. McIntyre's out. Yellow flag. Ennis Parachi looks to be involved with that. So does Josef Erik Suto. McIntyre's out. Parachi and Suto able to continue as Ray Patel and Lavas Osnishka still going at it for P14. They're just ahead, but Wojtek Kulasek was able to get past Kai Cherezhny there. There is Patel on Zasnishka as they head through side by side through the S's. Great racing, but I think Rail Patel is ahead. Has Zasnishka got the better exit on Patel? Looks on the inside or outside line, that is, as he tries the inside now into the stadium section. Lavas Zasnishka, and he tries it around the outside, looking to have a bit of a look there on the British Rail Patel, but I think Patel is just finally ahead there. As Jesper Johansson sets the fastest lap. My goodness. Hold on. Am I seeing correctly here? Yeah, he is leading by a second from Dennis Groff in P2. So Johansson is really not playing games today. As Milka Singh, here is in P13. He's putting the pressure on Linus Timell for P12 as they all head towards turn 14. Let's see the position gains from the start then. Ruslan Protsiuk, he's up a bit of bad stream quality, I can't quite read that. Ruslan Protsiuk, is he up 2 or 3 places? I don't quite know. He's up 1, okay. Visibility is quite poor. Oh, here we go. Franco Gamba is up 1 as well. So is Wojtek Kulasek. Kai Cherezhny has had a horrible start. He's down 3. Linus Timel's up 2. Singh is down 1. Rail Patel's up 2. As Osnishka is down 2 as well. Victor Album's up 2. Balin Jogda's up 3. McIntyre is now out. He was down 3, obviously. Ennis Parachki is down 3. Singh down 1. And Osnishka down 2. And the top 7 and the status quo remains in the top 7. As we approach lap 4 out of 29, Miran FG takes the fastest lap. So, yeah, we're gonna see if anyone is actually able to close that gap to Jesper Johansson. I think FG might actually hold back on Groff here, because Groff is fine for the championship and FG isn't. So we'll see what the Sweden and Ferrari decides. As here is Ruslan Protsiuk looking to get Alfred Klaus for P7. Klaus doesn't want to fall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to fall down any more positions, as he's just gonna score a measly 8 points if everything finishes like it is at the moment. And with that, Dennis Graf will take the lead of the championship. But yeah, Jesper Johansson will be a few points behind, so the championship fight, as it stands, is gonna go to the final round at Interlagos. That's gonna be a thriller to watch. As there's Wojtek Kulasek having a bit of a look on Franco Gamba, actually. I think, yeah, Kulasek looking on pretty good pace at the moment, as Dennis Graf has kicked that into gear. He's now setting fastest laps. Look at that. As I think he is closing in on Jesper Johansson by a bit. Yeah, that's 6/10 to Johansson in the Mercedes. There goes Ruslan Protsiuk on Alfred Klaus. How on earth is he doing this, as Protsiuk tries it on the outside of Alfred Klaus? I don't think he's going to hang on, though. He actually does, as he goes side by side, wheel to wheel racing between Ruslan Protsiuk and Alfred Klaus, heading into turn 4 now. Protsiuk's he's gonna have the outside line, but he's gonna have the inside into turn 5. Klaus skips over the curb there. Protsiuk, has he actually got the move done? He has! Ruslan Protsiuk's up to P7. He's overtaken Alfred Klaus. What a move from Ruslan Protsiuk in the Haas. I mean, you have to hand it to Ruslan Protsiuk. That is some smooth driving from the Russian driver. So that is Alfred Klaus down to P8, and that's going to hurt his championship chances even more. Here's Miran Evji. He's on the back of Dennis Graf. So I think he might just be playing a bit of rear gunner to Dennis Graf there, as Alex Arnold's there just a bit further behind. And you can see on the lap times there, FG lapping 2/10 faster than both Johansson and Graf. As Ruslan, am I reading this correctly? Ruslan Protsiuk has set the fastest lap out of everyone. He takes it from Dennis Graf. What did they put in this man's cereal? I do not know, but he is really on it today. As we got Dennis Graf himself in chat, what a move from Protsiuk. Yep, I definitely do agree with that. I mean, that is a slick move on Alfred Klaus out of everyone. The man who's famous for overtaking. As there goes Wojtek Kulasek. He's trying it around the outside of Franco Gamba, but he can't quite get it. Hello, Dennis. I was saying that to the Dennis in chat, not the Dennis Graf that's in the HUC, but well, you get what I mean. As Miran Evji is on the back of Dennis Graf here. As they approach lap 7 out of 29, Jesper Johansson holds the lead from Dennis Graf and then Miran Evji in P3. So Alex Arnold is just a bit further behind there in P4. And I must say, Alex Arnold, even though it's a P4, I think he's really proved himself this later stage of the season. I mean, he's got some wins under his belt. He's got a couple of podiums. He's been really consistent. He's a really great qualifier, and he's really proved that. So, yeah, I can see why Mercedes wanted to hire him after the events that transpired in 2017. As here's Viktor Albom. He's on the back of Laban Zasnishkai. As they head through turn 5 and 6. Albom not yet. I think he's being a bit patient, staying behind Laban Zasnishkai in the Williams for P15. As Viktor Albom, obviously a race winner, not an F1 though, in F2. Laban Zasnishkai is an almost race winner. He best finished P2 in Formula 2. As we're gonna see the lap times there, I think FG's lapping faster than Graf though. Protsiuk is lapping 2 tenths faster than Mohamed Patel on that previous lap, and he's actually closing the gap. I am baffled. I'm genuinely baffled. How is Protsiuk this fast? As Franco Gamba is now closing up on Alfred Klaus. Look at this. As we might see Franco Gamba try to move off, because this is a horrible weekend for Alfred Klaus though. He's just gonna fall down the championship order, and I think it is gonna be Johansson versus Graf heading into the final race at Interlagos. As they head through turn 6 there, Gamba still trying to get off the Klaus. Klaus just completely off the pace today. Must be really frustrating for him, definitely. So the question is, how far away is Dennis Graf to Jesper Johansson at the moment? I believe that is 9 tenths? Or is that 8? It's the stream I'm looking at is not the best quality, so I think it is 8 as Alex Arnold. Look at that, he's at the fastest lap. So Alex might be trying to put the pressure on FG now for P3, trying to break that Ferrari 2-3 at the moment. But FG is gonna turn on defensive mode for sure now that Arnold is catching up. As here further down the grid is Milka Singh. He's just there behind Linus Timell. Obviously, Singh beat out Timell in the championship standings. That is one thing that some people maybe fail to remember. Singh, he got P2 in Abu Dhabi when Timell had just an absolutely horrible race at the final race of the season in the Formula 2 Championship Decider. Obviously, Mandic won, and I think Singh got points at least. So with that, allowed him to get past Linus Timell in the championship standings. Here's Miran Evji though. He's actually pretty close to Dennis Graf here, as you can see, there's Alex Arnold. There he is, as he's caught up to FG already. So, yeah, FG is going to try to make that Ferrari as wide as possible, as he's going to watch out for the German Alex Arnold in P4. As, yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, look how much faster Alex Arnold is lapping. We could see Alex Arnold actually making a move on both Ferraris. Then it could be a Merc 1-2. Imagine that. But I'm not gonna get too wild with the race predictions and hopes. So yeah, we're just gonna see until the final laps of the races. But Arnold is definitely gonna try to break this Ferrari, these Ferraris apart. Definitely. But FG playing the team game then. I think if he wasn't, he'd overtaken Dennis Graf a long time ago. But yeah, I think even if Arnold does get Graf and FG, I think Johansson is unattainable to try and reach at the moment, because he's just chilling at the lead. 1.3 seconds up on Dennis Graf in P2. So it's safe to say that Jesper Johansson has won this. But let's see then as they head through turn 17. Arnold looking a tiny bit closer. No, actually, FG's lapping faster than Alex Arnold now. So Arnold was kind of slow on that lap, actually. I think maybe it's because he's caught up to FG and he's trying, I think, following in the dirty air is a bit difficult. But yeah, I think we do know Arnold's raw pace on track at the moment now, so. As here is Milka Singh, the Indian driver in the Alfa Romeo. As he's closing in on Linus Timell, but there behind him is Rahul Patel. As Viktor Albom still trying to put the pressure on Lavas Nishka. He's trying to move there into turn 4. As almost gonna try it on the outside into turn 5 and now turn 6. But does this guy? Nope. He holds firm. As Album's gonna try it again. He's gonna try this the SS actually. I thought it was, but maybe I was wrong on that. As we see everyone heading through the stadium section here, the top 4 or top 4, maybe not Johansson, but Graf, FG, and Arnold. As they head down a start-finish straight, a very long start-finish straight. It is definitely. I think, yeah, FG keeping a bit of distance to Dennis Graf, as I think Arnold's struggling to overtake as well. So it is another battle, Singh versus Timel, but no one's been able to get past each other. There's Victor Album on the inside, Laban Sasnishkai, as they are wheel to wheel, so close between the two for P15 as Sasnishkai and Album go side by side. Heading into turn 4, there's Album on the outside of Laban Sasnishkai. As he tries the outside line that time, Sasnishkai gonna have to try and defend on the outside line, but is that gonna work? No, it doesn't. As Victor Album is up into P15. So good stuff from Victor Album. He played patient and it paid off. So that is the Danish Victor Album up into P15. As, is that Alex Arnold who's he had a bit of a look there on Miranevich. I thought he's actually going to try the move there, but no. I think it is hard to make moves through the stadium section. That Jesper Johansson is at the fastest lap. Surprise, surprise. As Arnold is looking really, really close to Miranevich. I think he's going to try it into turn 1. He has to. But does he? I don't think he does. No, he does. There he goes on the inside of Miranevich. As the Ferraris are now under pressure. As Arnold tries on the outside now. It's the outside line on Miranevich. As they are going to be side by side now. Alex Arnold. As I think FG's just a bit ahead coming on the straight. Yeah, there he goes. As FG's trying it on Dennis Graf. Look at that. FG on the outside as he actually doesn't get ahead of Dennis Graf. He does. FG's up into P3. What on earth? He was being under pressure. He was being put under pressure for P4. And now he's up into P3. Miran FG. Look at that move from Miran FG. That was slick from the Swede. As Dennis Graf now down to P. No, wait, what? I thought he made the move on Dennis Graf. Oh, sorry. I don't know. It looked like to me that they made the move. That was strange. Oh, well, it must have been my mind playing games on me, but yeah, whatever. As we head through the final corner, then let's see if Alex Arnold is close enough this time to make the move on Miran FG once again. That was a silly mistake from me. As, hold on, am I saying that correctly? Is that Jesper Johansson leading by 4.4 seconds? My goodness. So yeah, Johansson is Johansson is safe to say he's absolutely checked out. He's just in a race of his own today, and yeah. That was a silly mistake. I don't know. It just looked like to me that FG got past Dennis Graf. There's Franco Gamba actually on Alfred Klaus. Bad weekend turns to worse for Klaus. It's the racing point of Franco Gamba goes on the inside of Alfred Klaus. He's gonna get this though. Don't think he is as they head through the SS now. Gamba and Klaus side by side. As Franco Gamba tries on the outside. Has the inside line, then the outside again as they head through the SS. Down to the stadium section as Gamba got it. I don't know, but they're still side by side. What a battle for P8 this is. As we're heading into the stadium section now, Klaus on the outside into turn 12, into turn 13, and Klaus holds ahead. So he's got the move on into turn 13. Heading down the start-finish straight. Is Arnold gonna try to turn 1? No, he doesn't. But he looked rather close to make the move on Miran Evji. Arnold is still trying to pressure Miran Evji. I think even if Evji overtakes Graf or Arnold overtakes Graf, P2 is going to be as best as it gets for the pair of them. We're on lap 15 out of 29 at the moment. Jesper Johansson has led every single lap of this Grand Prix in what has been an absolutely dominant qualifying race for Jesper Johansson, you have to admit. As there goes Miran Evji. Look at that, into the stadium section. On the inside of Dennis Graf. He's gonna get that though. No, Graf covers the outside. Evji unsuccessful with the move. As I think Evji's intentions are to overtake Dennis Graf. Jesper Johansson set another fast lap. It won 23.087. But let's see then Evji looking rather close to Dennis Graf, but Arnold could make the move as well at any time given if Evji does not succeed with a move on Dennis Graf. Question is, well, if Franco Gamba is going to get past Alfred Klaus for P8, where is Gamba? I think he's still on the back of Klaus. Yeah, there he is. Just waiting for Klaus to slip up so he can get that P8 from the Swedish driver. I think it is a shame for Alfred Klaus. He's going to score 4 points in this race. I guess we could calculate the championship standings, so if you just give me a moment. So Johansson wins. He will be on 200.7 points. Yeah, that's right. That's where he'll be. Dennis Graf is P2, so he will be on... I'll check here. He'll be on 210 points, so Dennis Graf will take the lead of the championship. I believe that is unless... No. Or, hold on. I believe that is... Unless Miran Evji or Alex Arnold overtakes Dennis Graf for P3, then I think they might be... are they going to be tight on points? I think. Or it's going to be a very close margin at least. Here's Kai Cherezhnia, he's on the back and forth of Kulesik. Could we see Cherezhnia making a bit of a late race move on Wojtek Kulesik, maybe? Could be a possibility, but we will await and see. Jesper Johansson has set on yet another fastest lap, so yeah, it's safe to say that Johansson is on a mission to win the championship today. And I mean, yeah, it is definitely going to help him. Even though FG or Arnold can't overtake Graf at the moment. As here is Kai Cherezhnia. I think he's going to try the move to turn 1. Nope, he does not. So Cherezhnia remains behind then. As there's a move. There's Mohamed Patel on Tomas Mandic. I didn't even see that. As Mandic defends on the outside from Mohamed Patel. Patel then on the inside trying to get that P5 from the young Croatian Tomas Mandic. As the two go side by side heading into the S's now. As they approach turn 7. Mandic on the inside. Then into turn 9 is kind of the inside line again. As they go back and forth. Mandic trying to get Mohamed Patel though, as I think he's just ahead though. But Patel is still gonna try to get P5 from Mandic. There he goes on the outside. Has Mandic actually has held ahead of Mohamed Patel, so bravo Thomas Mandic. It's defended from Mohamed Patel, as behind Patel is Ruslan Protsiak in the Haas, who's been on fire the entire race basically. So yeah, we'll see if Protsiak is able to get Mohamed Patel maybe. Could be a possibility, but yeah, we'll see. As yeah, the Red Bulls are looking really bad today. P6 and P8. I mean, I think they might have honestly thrown away the championship like this. Both drivers and constructors. Obviously, Mercedes are definitely going to overtake them in the constructors. So, yeah. As we've got 10 laps remaining in this Mexican Grand Prix. Jesper Johansson has led every single lap with Dennis Groff in P2 and then Miran FG in P3. FG has been stuck behind yeah, he's been stuck behind his teammate Groff for basically the entire race, so that is pretty unfortunate for Miran FG, but I think maybe it's better for Ferrari in the championship standings if they prioritize Groff over FG. Well, I think the question is where everyone in the ASOC will be for 2019. I think it's gonna be quite interesting to see where everyone lands up. People like obviously Ruslan Protsiak retiring, so that is it's gonna be a new person at Haas alongside Victor Album. Maybe, we don't know. We don't know where Album's headed either. So. But we could see. As Jesper Johansson has had yet another fast lap. I think he's just doing time trials at them. It's like he's in the F1 game doing time trials. He's just constantly going faster and faster and faster. And he's showing no signs of stopping at the moment. As Mohamed Patel is actually approaching Thomas Mandic here. Could Patel try the move on Thomas Mandic? Maybe both, obviously with the Renault power unit, so no one able to get the advantage down the straight. As Patel, ooh, there he goes. Actually, there's a look on the inside of Mandic, but yeah, Mandic does not move an inch as he stays in P5. They head through turn 16 now, turn 16 and 17. I don't think he's going to get him down the straight. Looks a bit too far away to try the move on Thomas Mandic, but Mandic can a P5 for him. That is going to be pretty good for Mandic. Patel, obviously he wants that P5 for himself. He wants at least a few points to try and at least keep a relative closeness to Alexander Arnold in the championship standings. They head through the S's there. Mandic, Patel and Protsiuk all in the fight to try and get P5. But Patel is not getting close enough in that Red Bull as opposed to the Renault in P4, so it is very strange. As they head down to start finish straight, then let's see if Patel might try. He looks a bit close, but I don't think he's going to try the move actually. Does he? No. So Patel stays behind this lap then. And yeah, look at that. Dennis Graf has provided us with the Live Drivers Championship. So Dennis Graf will be on 210 points. He'll take the championship lead after this race. Jesper Johansson will be on 207.5, so he's 3.5 points behind Dennis Graf at the moment. There's Alfred Klaus, who's 10 points behind Jesper Johansson. He's going to be on 197.5. And then Miran Evji is going to be on 182 points there in P4. And the Live Constructors Championship, then Ferrari will retain the lead with 391 points. Mercedes will overtake Red Bull as they're going to score. They're going to be on 368.5. Then Red Bull on 351.5. So big thank you, Dennis, in the chat for that. As there is Mount Patel. Who is that? Ruslan Protsiuk, who's looking to make the move on Mount Patel. Nope. I think he had a thought of it, but then he just kind of backed out. Though maybe he could try the move on Mohammed Patel into turn 1. Let's see. As he is looking rather close to the British man in the Red Bull. I don't think he's close enough to make the move though. Nope, he is not, so I stand right on that. As Ruslan Protsiuk still putting the pressure on Mohammed Patel. As there's Wojtek Kulasek trying to get past Frank Gamba, but he's stuck in a bit of a racing point sandwich at the moment, as Gamba is P9 and Sherezhnia is P11, and Kulasek is just, I guess, stuck between a rock and a hard place. So to get past Franco Gamba. He's been doing that the entire race, but he's not been able to. Gamba himself has been trying to get past Alfred Klaus, but Klaus, well, I mean, he's lost too many positions. I don't think wants to lose another. It's like about 5/10 off Franco Gamba, and as Gamba's catching up to Klaus, I think. But I don't think he's going to try the move anytime soon, though, as we are actually approaching the final few laps of the race. We're on lap 25 of 29. And I believe probably Jesper Johansson, I mean, he's doing a great race today. I can't even say anything about it. I think that might actually be the most dominant drive in both, I mean, dominant qualifying and race in ACOC history. It's either that or Mohammed Patel back in Silverstone 2017. It's up there, honestly. Surprise, surprise, Mir Nevji sits fast lap. Nope, Alexander Arnold does. Can Johansson reclaim that to make it a Grand Slam? Let's see. Or Grand Chelem, if you want to be a bit more formal, I guess. As yeah, everyone quite close here, but it's all quiet on the western front, as no one is able to make the move on each other. As Kulacek is going to get P10. Alex Arnold sets yet another fastest lap. So maybe we could see Arnold trying a move in the final few laps of the race as we approach lap 27 out of 29. Or maybe... Is he maybe? I don't know. Where is Alex Arnold? No, wait, what? He's 2 seconds behind. Well, what happened to Alexander Arnold? I think he must have made a mistake somewhere, because he is quite far down on the Ferraris. Look at that. As there's Juan Patel. Look at that. He's trying to move on. He's trying to move on Thomas Mandic. There on the inside. Mandic holding off though. So Thomas Mandic stays P5. As Juan Patel is P6. Here's Kai Teresnia trying to get into the points. He's been... I mean, he started quite well. He had a horrible... no, what do you mean? He qualified quite well, but he had quite a bad start. Fell down 3 positions, and now he's just kind of been stuck there behind Wojtek Kulacek. Here's Mom Patel. Is he gonna try to move on Thomas Mandic? Maybe. Nope. He does not into turn 1. Heading through turn 2 and 3 then. Might he try it into turn 4 maybe? No, he does not. So Mandic remains ahead for P5 then. As we are now on lap 28 out of 29. We've got 2 laps remaining. Well, Patel's still trying to get Thomas Mandic, but Mandic is like... I must say, he's doing really good defending here today, defending from the likes of Mohamed Patel and a few others. So he's done a pretty good defending in a Renault as well. As we're now on the final lap of this race, Jesper Johansson looking to take a third victory this season. Obviously, he won in France, then he won in Belgium after his teammate Arnold handed a 5-second time penalty, and he's now going to win again at Mexico. As here is then the Super Swede, as he's called, Jesper Johansson. As he heads through the stadium section for the final time. Jesper Johansson has really proven himself today, as he won France, he won in Belgium, and he wins for the first time in Mexico, as Jesper Johansson, with an absolute masterclass, wins the first ever Mexican Grand Prix. And that is, I have no word for that. That is a dominant performance from Jesper Johansson. Dennis Graf comes on P2 to keep that championship fight running. He takes the championship lead, as Bjorn FG finishes P3 to extend the championship advantage of Ferrari. Alfred Klaus, horrible weekend, as he finishes P8. That knocks him down to 3rd in the championship standings, as we're waiting everyone to cross the line. There's Enis Parachki, P18. And yeah, so the final classifications then of the race. Jesper Johansson with an absolutely stunning drive. He finishes P1, rightfully deserved for Johansson. He drove incredibly today, both in qualifying and the race. Superb from the Super Swede. As it's Dennis Graf who finishes P2 to take the championship lead, away from Alfred Klaus, with Miran Evji in P3 rounding at the podium. Alex Arnold finishes P4, he got the fast lap as well, with Tomas Mandic in P5. Mohamed Patel finishes P6, and then Ruslan Protsiuk finishes P7, with Alfred Klaus, a lowly P8, sends him down to the 3rd in the championship standings, with Franco Gamba in P9. Then Wojtek Kulasek rounds out the points, P10. P11, a very close P11, is Kai Cherezhnia, who finishes 11th, and then Linus Timell is P12 with Milka Singh in P13. Rael Patel is P14 with Viktor Albom in P15. Lavan Zasnishka P16 with Balanjolka P17. Enis Parachki P18. Josef Rixuto P19. And the non-finisher is Lubis McIntyre for Sauber. So that is it for the ACOC F1 today. Thank you so much for watching. It has been a very interesting race. Congratulations to Jesper Johansson on the victory. That is one of the best drives I think we've ever seen in the ACOC. Congratulations to Dennis Graf on taking the championship lead back. So yeah, that is it for the ACOC today. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow for the final round of the DTM Championship, where the Tier 4 Championship will be decided between Remus McGregor and Zedan Kaya. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.